Assalamu alaikum. My name is Numan Shehzad. I am student of BS Honors Soil Science. My red number is 145211. In this video, we will discuss how to prepare manganese standard solution. First of all, we need a salt which is manganese sulfate, and molecular weight of manganese sulfate is 151.05 gram. That means 1 gram of manganese is present in 2.74 gram of manganese sulfate. Now 2.74 gram is dissolved in volumetric flask, and we will bring the volume up to the mark, and this solution contain 1000 ppm. In next step, we will take 10 ml from this prepared solution and dissolve it into another flask, and this solution contain 100 ppm. After this process, take 10 ml from this flask and move into another flask, and this solution contains 10 ppm, and we will run the series of standards. Now by using the equation C1 V1 is equal to C2 V2, we will run a series of standards. Here C1 is initial concentration, V1 is initial volume which is unknown, C2 is final concentration, and V2 is final volume. Okay, here again, now 2.74 gram dissolved in volumetric flask and bring the volume up to the mark, and this solution contains 1000 ppm. From this 1000 ppm solution, we will take 10 ml 10 ml and dissolve it into another flask, and this solution contains 100 ppm. Again, we will take 10 ml from the flask and move it into another flask, and this solution contain 10 ppm, and we will run the series of standards. After the process is complete, we run a series of standards, that is 2 ppm, 4 ppm, 6 ppm, 8 ppm, and 10 ppm. First of all, we take 0.2 ml from 10 ppm solution and dissolve it into another flask and bring the volume up to the mark, and it contains 2 ppm solution. Then we take the zero point 0.4 ml from 10 ppm solution and dissolve it into another flask and bring the volume up to the mark, and it contains 4 ppm solution. Then we take the zero point 0.6 ml from 10 ppm solution and dissolve it into another flask and bring the volume up to the mark, and they contain 6 ppm solution. And then we take zero point 0.8 and dissolve it into zero point 0.8 ml from 10 ppm and dissolve it into another flask, and they contain 8 ppm solution. And finally, we take 1 ml from 10 ppm solution and dissolve it into another flask and bring the volume up to the mark, and they contain 10 ppm solution. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. First of all, we have a value, that is concentration of manganese in ppm and absorbance. Then we select the scattered graph. After the scattered graph is selected, we add a trend line, and when the trend line is added, show the equation on the chart. After this, we can give the title of the chart. That is standard curve. Then add the axis title. The y-axis we have absorbance, and the x-axis we have a concentration. By using this equation, we have a field sample, and value of field sample is 1 is value of field sample By using the equation we get the values of unknown concentration. This is unknown, that is linear regression equation. By using this equation we get the value mm, divided by 1. Y have a value of 0.785 plus 2 minus 2 divided by 1. The answer is 0.785, that is unknown concentration of field sample.